Hola, my friends. Wishing everybody a nice holiday weekend here. I don't know why, but it seems like people are really trying to celebrate this Thanksgiving. It seems like people are really emo this Thanksgiving, and I don't know why. I guess maybe it's because the last 2 years have been crazy. I didn't even know what Thanksgiving was really going on, and maybe I'm an idiot. Thanksgiving's fine. It's fine. First of all, I don't even know how it is still a holiday, right? Because I don't know enough about the history. I know, I think it was John Adams. No, that's the beer guy. That's Sam Adams. I don't know. Somebody came over. People were fucking skinning a buffalo, making popcorn, and pretty much the white dude was like, "This is your land? Cool. We'll take you from here, chief." And pretty much that's how America was born, right? So I don't know enough about it. I guess I could Google it before I start. But basically, I guess what I remember about Thanksgiving was that we're celebrating when the Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower and found a new land. So I'm going in my Rolodex right now in my head. And in school, I remember as a child, we had these books, and it was like beautiful books, and it was like white Anglo-Saxon looking people with hats and those socks that you pull up and those knickers, those pants, and they had hats, and they were sitting with turkey and stuffing, and they were having a nice dinner. And I believe in the pictures, I gotta find these books, there was like pictures of, we used to say Indians, and then we said Native Americans, and now I think we tend to say indigenous people. So it's people that were here in the land, meaning they were born of this land. So then as he got older, he realized that there was a harmony, and they were doing dances and playing like Ring Around the Rosie and all that stuff. I'm sitting there and I'm like, that looks like a good time, right? And Snoopy, we had the Peanuts, right? We had Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. I think Transformers did a Thanksgiving episode. I don't know enough, but Thanksgiving was sold as this fun escapism holiday. What I'm saying is, in the time we live in, with the investigative reporting that we're finding, and all the truths that sparsistically popping up on the internet, and with the wokeness, how is Thanksgiving still around? Like, straight up. Right? Now, you're going too far. Well, as I was thinking this, I started seeing all this stuff trending, and I wasn't on my phone all day. I just went out in nature today. I was like, this is nice. It was really sunny here in LA. And I'm like, how is this holiday still happening? And then my friend, who's a POC, but we used to just call him a black dude, sent me this thing, and he said, when you're not down with celebrating a genocidal holiday, but you still want to eat. And it was a funny meme. And I thought, God, is it? I go, is it a genocidal holiday? And he's like, yeah, man, don't you know that? It was stolen from the Native Americans and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So anyway, I guess that's why people are tripping for Thanksgiving this year, because all this stuff is happening. And I didn't even think about it, because I'm like, I know exactly where I'm going to eat. I know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to fucking chill, and that's it. And I think that everyone's like going overboard to like make Thanksgiving better, but I think it's going to be a wrap. And I think it's going to be a wrap for a lot of holidays soon, and I'll explain that in another pod. And I know some of you guys don't want to hear that, but here's what I don't understand, okay? First of all this stuff is going down. Like, every day, there's new arguments about what. People have problems with the Viz or the non-Viz. Then there's all these things called mandates, right? Never argue. So then you got all these mixed messages. People are at football games, watching all this football, breathing on each other. Then they're like saying all these other things are over here and cases are up. So I'm like, how is that able to coexist, right? Like, that's one or the other. Then you got like a massive unrest in the country. Like, we just had 2 huge court cases. We have a third going on right now, which I'm not going to talk about because I'm not going to demonetize, which is huge. I feel like it's all a con. Like, first of all, why do you have to be thankful on this day of the year? Why aren't you thankful for people every day of the year? Why can't you be grateful for people every day of the year? Why is this the time today to share a turkey leg with somebody? Why can't you share a turkey leg with somebody tomorrow too? Or the next day? See, this is what Thanksgiving is such a con to me. This is why I'm like, I don't understand like how people do this. Like, You're supposed to be kind, and you're supposed to be giving on Thanksgiving, and you're supposed to be like, be kind to your neighbor, those less fortunate, because today is Thanksgiving, and we take thanks for our surroundings. And then 4 a.m., sale, step on your neighbor's dick for a PlayStation 7, crack him in the skull, like all of that shit, right? Like, it's the biggest fucking fake out. Like, you're supposed to be really kind 1 minute, like giving a person a drumstick, and could you pass the stuffing, grandma? By the way, do you ever think of what stuffing is? Stuffing is fucking bread that has been marinating in a turkey's butthole for like 12 hours, twice cooked. Then we eat it, and then we pass it to our grandmother. She's like, I'll have some of that butthole bread. I mean, this whole thing, so it's supposed to be kind, right? People together, getting together with their families. A lot of them are arguing. A lot of them are like just doing it because they're like the label of the family, but a lot of people don't like each other. And then I guess Friendsgiving is happening, which is a little better, I guess, because it's more like people you can choose. And then that's happening, but that's just good. And then you got like all these people that feel that they need to get together and make it a different day. But it's just really Thanksgiving is just a fucking Thursday where everything's fucking closed. So it's like, okay, what can you do today? Well, you can mellow out, right? But it's like all of this stuff that's happening in the world. How can you even contemplate cooking a turkey? Like, seriously, get some food. I feel like everyone who's celebrating Thanksgiving right now is in denial. I feel like you're in massive denial of like what's going on. You got the mandates coming. You got the new variant coming, like I said, South Africa. You got all of this fucking unrest that's brewing under the surface. We've got crimes for fucking, like I said, flash mobs are happening. We're not allowed to go in certain places, but yet football stadiums are packed, and we're supposed to sit there and watch it. And it's like, what the fuck are people doing? Like, it. Also, you have Santa Cruz County is saying that if you're having a get-together, people have to wear a mask, talking to people in their homes, and then in between bites, take a bite, and then put it back up. Now, you're going to say, oh, a lot of people aren't doing that, but what I'm saying is all this stuff is happening, and people are like, it's Thanksgiving. No, it's not. It's not. It's a fucking bullshit lie. Like, the world is burning. Like, your stuffing doesn't matter. Your football team doesn't matter. Your fucking conversation with your fucking neighbor doesn't matter. It's done. Like, you can act like everything's honky-dory, but it's fucking gonna burn, man. Like, this is what, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, what are people trying to do? Like, trying to keep it together? Like, started committing, accepting that this world is not going to be what it was, and it's just gonna get. For me, I know what's gonna happen. I believe I know, and it's gonna get fucking intense. I think a lot of people are gonna be like freaked out. Like, it's gonna be fucking. But I'm kind of aware. Like, I mean, I hope it doesn't get the zombie-esque, but it's getting, like. I don't know how I'm going to process it all, because what I know, what I believe, what I believe my intuition is telling me is going to be so fucked up for people. And, I don't know. That's a whole other story, because as a young child, I was in the hospital a lot, so my view of humanity changed very quickly, very young. That's why I am the way I am. Like, I think people like me because I have innocence in my eyes, and that's like the little bit of hope that's left, but, the other part of me is just covered, glazed, fucking sardonic person. That's why I don't like people that are like bitter, because it's like real truly bitter people that I know that you see that are bitter. I won't almost name names. I'm not going to. Like, it's like, are you really bitter, bro? Like, you can't really be bitter, because like bitter people have seen like fucked up things usually aren't bitter, because it's like they have to cope with shit. So when people are bitter, it's like people that really haven't seen like fucked up shit. When you're in a hospital as a young boy, you see fucked up shit, you're like, you don't want to be bitter. You want to be like, that's why I like sunny things and like beaches and stuff like that, because I know the world could be like a fucking rusty needle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to enjoy the positives of life. There's no Black Friday right now because of the fucking smash and grabs. At least Target's not open, I think, until tomorrow. Walmart's not open until tomorrow. Like, the normal early stuff was stopped. But the other thing is, why would people even buy shit? Like, I get, if you need stuff, obviously you have to get it. But like, to waste money on consumerism, if you have enough what you need and maybe a little extra for some pleasure, that would be good. But to sit there and buy a bunch of stuff that you may not need in these times wouldn't be like a wise choice, in my opinion. Like, keep your war chest full, you know what I'm saying? And like, cut the fat. And that's in all walks of life. And I think like, to act like, you know, your favorite team is doing good or they lost or damn, Black Friday didn't open. Like, we live in a Black Friday. Most holidays, it's like, I feel like this thing of I have to do something, and I didn't feel like this holiday at all. I felt like this is nice. Like, the pressure's off to do nothing because there's nothing really. You can't even go into a restaurant right now unless there's certain rules that you can abide by. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're telling you that you got to eat with a mask on in your own house in parts of California. Like, now I know you can say in Texas, but oh, in Texas it's doing this or Florida's doing it. Yeah, you guys have your own issues, and don't act like you don't. Like, there's a social media video right now of something horrific that happened in Texas. I'm not even gonna bring it up. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is just like, what are people doing? Like, how are you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving when there's so much shit happening? Like, do you want to escape? That's the problem, in my opinion. We shouldn't escape. I am not an escape person. That's why I don't even like watching like a lot of movies right now. My whole life, I've hated escapism. I like it if I want to do nothing. Like, if I have nothing going on in my life and I'm caught up with stuff, then I feel like I'm going to turn my brain off and let me escape. And I've created a lot of escapism for you, which is ironic. You know, that's the role that I felt, but doesn't mean like I wanted to just create escapism. I wanted to create something deeper and darker for you and realer, but it's a matter of, you know, where people will, you know, you get in where you fit in, right? I can't just hold out forever. But I think now more than ever, we can't have this escapism. And I feel like, I don't know. I guess if you're working all the time and you want a day off, like, take the time off. But like, I just don't understand why. I guess I'm seeing like people portray Thanksgiving as like, we're back. It's back. And I'm like, is it? Feels weird to me. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Whatever you're doing this weekend, chill, leave comments, subscribe, more coming. Be safe.
I don't feel like anyone's talking. They're blockers. That's not why I came to Hollywood.
Do you know how fucking backwards that is?
Bullshit.
I hate to break it to you.